And we're up. All right. So, we are back in the world of Soma. And we're back with an encounter that has been 4 years in the making. One of the very first adversaries glimpsed by the very first heroes of this campaign. You all confront the prophet Aldrin, the prophet of infinite darkness, devotee of Tiamat, and also the brains behind the Thea Commerce Group, deeply intertwined with the horrible rebellion that overthrew the kingdom of Karn, involved in destroying the seals that are keeping Tiamat at bay. This is a figure who has plagued your all steps, seen or unseen, all along. And at last, you have honestly stumbled into him here beneath this extra-dimensional chapel, connecting the Thea Commerce Group across multiple worlds. What you have perhaps rediscovered is that Aldrin doesn't seem to be a traditional humanoid. Instead, he has some kind of living mask embedded in his face. You have found him in a room where there are gaping chasms, leaking what seems to be the void itself. And all along the walls, there are strange, humanoid-sized wooden marionettes. Right when we ended, they began to clatter and move. And behind all of this is the insistent beeping of the device that Varix Illen gave you to find the artifact that you need here at the Thea Commerce Group. And it is pointing you directly to Aldrin. Aldrin acknowledged your entrance, and now he's just standing there. What would you all like to do?
If we can ask him nicely to give it to us.
Worth a shot.
So I want to give it a shot?
Sure, I will. Excuse me, sir. We haven't met, but we really need something you have. Can you please give it to us?
He turns and looks at you, and his eyes are like uncomfortable windows into the void. And he says, "Oh, Jack, we've met many, many times. And no, I won't give you the device this time either. Let me see. You still have both paws. You still have that eye. Huh. This is one of the nicer versions of your fate. You should really appreciate that."
Oh, I do. I very much do. But it would be the nicest if you would just hand over that device. Just don't even think it's just just do it.
See, I'm afraid that that's not possible. I'm honestly surprised it's taken you all this long to get here. There's other versions of you that got here much quicker. Where's the little... That's disappointing. You don't have the little fox boy. Nor the poison frog.
Oh no, they're coming. No, they're a little behind.
We also lost a dragon along the way.
No, I'm afraid you will not be able to have the artifact. You see, we quite need it here.
Of course you do.
What do you need it for? What are you doing?
Oh, did your mad wizard not tell you what it's for?
He skipped out on some of the details. Do please fill us in.
He laughs, and all he does is he sort of gestures in the air and pulls upwards, and you see some of the void stuff in this chasm in front of him rises up into the air, and it forms sort of a rough circular plane in the air. And you all there's it's almost like a sound, but you feel it in your bones. And actually, Jack and Tiny, give me a Constitution saving throw.
22. Oh, I'm so sorry, Tiny.
There's nothing too bad attached to this. So he makes this gesture, and the rest of you hear a sound. It's almost like a deep, deep bass at a concert. You feel it in your chest and in your bones more than you hear it. But Jack and Tiny, you hear it more as an unearthly shriek. And for a moment, Tiny, you are disoriented. And actually, your vision slips. And for just a moment, you see almost like someone's flashing pictures in front of your eyes, just lightning fast. And you see 50, 60, 100. You see thousands of versions of this room all at once. You see versions where it's just you and Jack. You see versions where Asmir is gone or Alex is gone. You see some of these people that he mentioned. You see a strange small frog person who is glowing with strange rainbow mist. A tall man with gray blue skin with lightning crackling off of him. You see all these different iterations of this moment. And in some of them, Aldrin looks different. In some of them, the mask changes. Sometimes the mask is of a woman instead. Sometimes it's of a different race or species. And it just, almost like someone has fanned a book, and you just catch a glimpse of each page, and then you're back. And within that plane of void, you now see a glimpse of a different world. You don't know how you can tell, but you can feel it, that this is not the world that either groups of you all are from. And Aldrin smiles and puts his hand through, and you see it disappear into the portal. And he pulls it back out, and the portal collapses back into this pool of void. I'm afraid there will be no navigating for you all. Everybody give me an insight check.
Everyone or someone?
Everyone. I know I'm breaking the rule here. I've been making you all choose people.
Insight?
Yep.
Insight.
All right. Everyone catches this except for Asmir and Brick. Aldrin is stalling you guys.
Of course he is.
Oh,
Why?
gotcha.
What is he stalling?
What?
Why is he stalling so he can activate his murder dummies or whatever they are?
Uh, give me a quick perception check with advantage.
Oh, so we want to put that.
I mean, you're right there, and you already said it. 100%. The doll that is to your right, assuming that your back is to where you came in and you're facing him, it is starting to move. And as you
Nice.
look, all of them along that wall are starting to move. And I think that's a good point to go ahead and roll for initiative.
Oop.
$19.
I'm just consistently rolling right down the middle right now.
One of the most important things I've learned: add the layer action as its own initiative. All right, Jack, you were the very first to go. Yeah, you see a bunch of those sort of dummies moving along. It would be to Jack's right, the west side of the room.
Yeah. So real quick, the device we're looking for, can I see it on his person?
Um, Important question. Did Varix actually give you a description or just tell you that the device would be able to find it?
That's a good question.
I'll be honest, I have no idea.
I think he just told you that that would be able to detect it. You're not 100% sure what you're looking for.
We don't even know what it looks like. So does the detector thingy say it's here?
Yes, it is pointing at Aldrin.
Hmm.
Do I see anything that looks like it might be
Looks
device-like?
Or devicey type
To be
object.
specific, because that's very vague, do I see something that doesn't look like normal clothing or jewelry / accessory?
Um, give me a quick perception check.
15.
15. Um, you don't see anything specific.
And go on. Sorry.
Oh, just to say, like, there's no. He doesn't seem to be holding any tools. Um, he doesn't. There doesn't seem to be any like machinery in this room. Yeah, you don't see anything that immediately strikes you as being the device.
Fair enough. And these holes, are they like other dimensional ports, like where the things came out of it and attacked us before, or are they just holes in the ground?
So it seems like it seems like some of both. So you get the impression that whatever's in there now is not good to touch. And you also saw that he was able to do something that turned it into some kind of portal.
Mm.
Gotcha. Um, all right. I guess what I'm gonna do then is try to run up to him, I suppose, and I'm going to hop over the hole. I have an ability that lets me jump a little extra far, so and, and then leap over that to here and move around to the side of him.
Been playing a lot of Baldur's Gate.
Why so?
Oh, because you were standing right next to the chasm, and you were like instinctively like, "No, I don't. I shouldn't have him between. I shouldn't be between him and this chasm."
Oh, well, yes, that is true as well. But yeah, no, I definitely don't want to get pushed into it. But also, I'm hoping that if things get desperate, perhaps I can push him into it. But for the time being, um, I think. Sorry, I'm looking at a few different. I'm trying to see if there's anything that I have that would allow me to figure out if he's got where it is on him.
Mm.
But I don't think I have anything like that. Nothing to
Just
read
run.
minds. No, no. So I'm just going to
Just keep pickpocketing him.
I don't know if that would work very well in the middle of combat with no one to distract him. But
Yes.
so I'm just going to psychic blades him. Yeah. A 17?
17 just barely misses.
Ugh. Okay. Um then I will bonus action hit him. Try again. Nope. 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 So that's everything for me for now.
All right. In that case, it is the lair action.
Oh,
You see Aldrin sort of flicker for a second, and now there's a strange sort of distortion in space, and it almost looks like there are two of him.
weird.
All right, along the wall, the humanoid combat vessels begin to move.
Of course they do.
One of them rips itself off the wall, and you can see that it is it's just a very well carved wooden silhouette. It actually looks exactly, if you all have ever seen them, a lot of like sketch artists have them. The like posable wooden frames.
Mhm.
It looks like that, but much like more thickly built and carved with runes all over. Um, it runs over. Actually, what you notice first is before it comes off the wall, there is actually a discharge of electricity. Then it comes off the wall and runs over and is going to try to grab Asmir.
What?
Oof, 25 to hit.
Yeah, no, that'll do it.
It only did 6 points of damage, but you are grappled. And it's going to try to hit you again and gets a nat 1. Could be worse. Aldrin is then going to use a legendary action. He is going to use Reality Bleed. Let's see if I can figure out how to use this new... Do you remember what it said to use the new AoE tracking things?
Oh, I don't know.
Somehow I did it on accident last night.
If you use the measure tool, you can change it from line to square, circle, cone. If that's what you mean.
They have a new thing, and I don't know how to use it. Oh well. We'll do it old school. There is a distortion in space. And it's almost like reality has splintered here. You literally see cracks running through not just the air, but literally the space you're in. And around the cracks, you see tiny little fractured pieces of other realities. Those of you who are in it don't suffer any immediate effects, but it makes you feel super, super uncomfortable. All right. That was that fun. I don't love, for some reason, it randomized the initiatives.
Okay.
So, like, instead of... There are multiple sets of the same enemy, and instead of making, like, 1 through 4 on the same initiative, it, like, randomized it.
Oh, weird.
All right. This one runs up. And it is going to cast a spell. Does anybody have anything they want to or can do about that?
I mean, I haven't had a turn yet.
Like a reaction kind of ability.
I mean, it would be either probably Mage Slayer or Counterspell.
Yeah, I don't have either of those. I have Shield.
There is an unearthly silence that emanates out from that creature. All right. Tiny, you're up.
I will move. Outside of all that junk.
So, hold on just a second. When you start trying to move, you discover that this is difficult terrain.
Quicksand.
Go ahead and give me a... what would this be? I'm going to call this a dexterity saving throw. All right. So you managed to pause for just a second. You start to move, and the fractured reality, it actually feels like moving through jagged glass. You feel fine cuts start to form over your body. You get the impression that every time you move through this space, 1, it's going to be difficult terrain, and 2, it's going to hurt.
I will stay here and cast Bless at second level because it's not going to reach Jack anyway. Sorry, Jack.
It's okay.
So here's a fun D&D lesson. So all of your spells have something called components.
Yep.
You're in an area of silence, which means that you are not going to be able to cast spells that have V in the components.
Like a somatic component of some kind. Wait, where do you see that? Oh yeah, it's
You have
over
to
on the right.
click on the spells.
Or under notes, if you're in the spells tab, it has VSM or VS.
So in difficult terrain, is my movement speed like halved then?
Yes.
So 25 would go down to 10 feet basically.
Yes, and it's gonna hurt when you move.
I think that, well, maybe I'll start up Twilight Sanctuary then, which doesn't have a verbal component.
Did Spirit Guardians?
That's what I was looking. The only one I'm seeing that doesn't have verbal.
I was just
so
thinking
far,
about that one too, but it also has verbal.
Mislead doesn't have verbal. And that is the only non-verbal spell you have. That's pretty wild.
What if a spell is in an item, and does it still require all the components?
It depends on the item. Some of them say, and some of them don't.
I think I'm actually gonna attack this what is that, number 5? They've got
Yeah.
2 numbers next to them. 5-1
Yep.
with just my Warhammer. We're just gonna smack him.
All right. You know that's instead of Channel Divinity, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, go for it. That hits. Nice. Also good because now he has to make a concentration check, which he gets a 20. All right. Anything else?
I've been forgetting about even the Divine Strike. It's not automatically including that each time. That's something that I can use like once per turn.
Let's see. It is.
I just so very rarely actually hit anybody with my melee.
Oh yeah, once in each of your turns, you can cause the attack to deal an extra 1d8 radiant damage.
Let's do that.
7 plus 4. How? What?
Oh no, it looks like it does include that already.
Yeah,
So
that's
never mind that last roll.
that's what I was trying to figure out. Oh yeah, now I see it. Duh. All right. You knocked a big chunk out of the wood. It is still up, but you took a piece of it. Anything else?
I'm going to. Oh, I should have thought of this before, but I should just Misty Step out of this garbage.
But I think Misty Step has a verbal, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yes.
Heck, damn it. Alrighty. That'll be it then.
All right. Aldrin is going to use his legendary action to do something. All right. And it is his turn. He is going to... That's interesting. As a bonus action, a flickering gray-looking version of him appears over here. And the one next to Jack like flicks his hand, and as he moves it through the air, he closes over seemingly nothing. But as you look closely, it's almost like he's grasped one of these fragments of reality in his hand and is swinging it like some kind of dagger or short sword. That is a 20 to hit.
Yeah, a 20 will hit me.
15 slashing. Whew, and 21 psychic.
Yeah, that's not great for me.
Do you have uncanny dodge?
Yes.
Out of the grayish copy, he's also going to make one attack at Brick, which is a 21 to hit, which does hit Brick. Oof. Brick takes 32 points of damage. And one attack against Alex. 24 to hit.
That'll hit.
11 slashing and 19 psychic. You all are starting to become very familiar with this feeling now. As the blade slices through you, it's less like you yourself are injured. It's almost like instead, as this shard of reality hits you, you are subjected to all the worst possible ways that you could be injured. And it crashes across your mind, leaving behind scars of its own. Asmir, you're up.
Well, literally all of my spells are verbal. So, guess I'm just going to have to dagger the guy next to me. Or not, never mind. I'm just going to swing wildly.
I'll say you do have the option to disengage too.
Oh, yeah, I thought moving was bad.
Only in the purple square.
Oh, okay. The orange is silence.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, gotcha. Is disengage an action?
Yes.
Wait, I'm grappled though.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You are grappled. Once again, you did not remind me of the cloak of displacement.
All right. Yep. I even made the joke about it, and then I thought I forgot to. Yeah, Because I thought of that just now too. I was like, huh, I wonder if we accounted for that.
I even made a meme for you.
I know, right?
Here lies Asbear. He forgot his cloak of displacement again. All right. Anything else?
I'm pretty sure that is all I can do.
Do you want to drink a potion?
Oh, I could drink a potion, couldn't I? I was going to try and use the dragon vessel, but I didn't fill it, and it requires speaking also.
You never attuned to it either.
Oh, right. It requires attunement. That's right, because I'd already used up my 3 slots. It does require attunement. I didn't even notice that. I don't know which potion I want. I'll do a superior. Sure, why not? Oh, come on. There we go. Okay. Yep.
All right. Oh, geez. Yeah, that's a good potion.
For one roll, that was nice. Yeah.
All right then. Then it is Brick's turn. And Brick is going to do what Brick does best.
Brick the things.
What is the best way for him to do this? I'm going to say that since I don't have, like... I don't think I described this as being a particularly bright room. I'm going to assume that he has enough shade to use his Shadow Step. So as a bonus action, he's going to pop up over here. And he is going to punch the one that is casting Silence. So unarmed strike. 21 to hit. That'll hit.
Should he also have advantage?
Oh, you're right. See if that... It does not crit. So he does 16 damage on his first hit. And that is on... Disfun. So it's going to make a con save. It barely succeeds, but Brick has another attack. Brick frickin' crits.
My boy!
14 and 3. So Brick does 17 points of damage. This thing is starting to look very hurt. And it's going to roll another con save. It does not succeed. Silence drops. Sound rushes back into the room. All right. I think that is Brick's turn. Alex, you're up.
Oh, we do not. Oh, I have a doppelganger in front of me, don't I?
So I'll say this. The two copies look different. The one over here looks like a weird sort of staticky reflection of the main one. The one next to you has a distinctly gray quality to it.
Well, first, I'm going to step out of said purple box.
All right, that is going to be... 5 points of psychic damage.
Gotcha.
For just a moment, you're a farmer who never left the hinterlands. And as you look up, a bandit is charging at you. And you've never held a weapon in your life. And it swings this rusted, blunted weapon down at your head. And it's the last thing you remember. And then you're outside the zone.
And then I'm going to swing at him. The 27.
Poof, it's gone.
My movement.
All right. Does not